guys, I'm joining you here today with a review of Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. The story follows Selena, a young assassin who was captured and betrayed and dumped in the salt mines to serve out a life sentence. When Prince Dorian comes to find her, he gives her an option to fight to be the king's champion. If she wins and she does indeed become the king's champion, then she will serve him for 4 years and after that will be granted her freedom. But things are never really quite that simple, are they? A lot of people have compared this book to the Hunger Games, and I can kind of see their points, what with the champions fighting together and having to pass a series of tests in order to win at the end, but that's kind of where the similarities end. There's a wide cast of characters and it's very interesting to see how they interact, especially since the story is set in the king's court, so most of them have their own agendas and it's very interesting to try and figure them out. There is also a bit of love in the story, but it doesn't overshadow the actual story, which is really great because I kind of hate it when that happens. Selena herself is a very strong character and a lot of people do see her as brash, which I can sort of understand, but there's a lot more to her than that. In my opinion, I really think it's just a facade, because I mean, underneath all of that, she's really vulnerable and she actually comes from a really terrible past, and that really does affect people, more than one would realize. Overall, I really enjoyed her character and it was interesting to follow her, even though she is sometimes hard-headed. The character that I found the most interesting is Nehemia. She is a princess that befriends Selena throughout the story and she alludes to very peculiar things. There is a lot more to her that is hinted at but isn't quite shown, and I really hope that the next book delves into her more and also into her past, because there's a lot of interesting things hidden there, I think. Prince Dorian also comes across really well, though he does have a hint of childishness towards him, especially towards his responsibilities. You can see that he's not quite ready to take them on just yet, but towards the end of the book you do see a change in him and you sort of see him accept this responsibility a lot more, and you get to see a hint of the man that he could actually be. In my opinion, I think he would actually make a really good king. A much better king than his father currently is. The world that Sarah has drawn up is absolutely amazing. It is detailed just enough so that you can actually grasp everything, but there is a hint of so much more that can be told. All the lands that are described hint at a history that is so rich and full of so many possibilities. The story is full of magic, but not the simple kind of magic you find in everyday life. This is a different kind of magic. It's ancient and is very powerful, and I'm very interested to see what will come of it. The story itself is a very grand one. It is full of secrets and magic and kingdoms at war, and it hints at a really interesting future for this land. It is a lot less action-packed than I initially thought it would be, especially considering the main character is an assassin, but there is still enough action in the book to keep you interested. The writing itself I found to be very bold and strong, a lot like the characters themselves. It's not necessarily very fast-paced, it's more introductory to the world, and it sort of lays down the foundation for the next books to come. But working through the puzzles and trying to find out everyone's hidden agendas keeps it interesting and keeps the story flowing very nicely. Overall, it made for a really good read and I landed up giving this one 4 out of 5 stars. It is really wonderful, and if you love high fantasy then I suggest you give it a try. You might just find that you love it. And that brings an end to this video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and also comment down below. Have you read Throne of Glass? What do you think about the storyline and the characters? Until next time, bye!